Houday Nation, what's up? Wednesday, October 22nd. The Bengals are still alive. Jeff and Josh here. It's in a driving rainstorm in Western New York. So if you hear that, I mean, what can you do? But speaking of driving, the Bengals were driving last week against the Steelers. They win 33-31. The season's still on. Are we back on, Josh?
I think we are. We talked last week about Flacco and what he was going to come and what he was going to bring to the table, the veteran presence, the way he can read the defense, the fact that he already beat the Packers played into the way that he beat the Steelers. I thought there were a lot of similarities in that game, but I find myself excited again, and I think we talked about it last week. We were talking about just the pure fact of having something to watch on Sunday and be excited about. And man, were we excited! I mean, you run me through what you think what our offensive output was there. Tell me what your thoughts are on Zach Taylor's game plan.
Well, before I'm going to go into that, but
yeah,
just think about, you win Thursday, you got the whole weekend, you got like 10 days to feel good about yourself. So I think like that was the biggest takeaway from this. Yep. I think it's, and this is not hyperbole, Zach Taylor's gotten a lot of shit. Like, let's be straight up, right?
Yeah, he got buried.
Best called game that I've seen him run since we beat Buffalo in the playoffs. Like,
why?
No kidding.
Why though? It was aggressive.
It
was aggressive but smart. And I was a couple times where I was pissed off that he didn't go for it on fourth down. I got to admit, where I was like, oh, that's a real iffy punt. Like maybe we can get that, maybe keep that drive alive or whatever. But he did. I mean, he played it smart. I thought that he called a good game. I think that was kind of the point that I was driving at was, I mean, we gave him a lot of shit, just like the rest of the nation gave him a bunch of shit. And I think that,
deservedly so, though. I mean, it was
absolutely, but credit's due, where it's due, right? I mean, you got to give him credit for the game that he put out on Sunday, or Thursday. Sorry, yeah. But I mean, yeah, you have to be happy about that. I am. I'm excited that he called a different game because he went right down. He did exactly what Joe Flacco's strengths are: is his arm strength and the ability to move the ball down the field and throw the ball down the field. So.
Yeah,
I wasn't shocked, Jeff. I can tell you that. I wasn't expecting 342 and 3 touchdowns, no picks. That's not what I was expecting. I was expecting him to manage the game, and I was expecting to win the game.
I was shocked as hell. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I told you before the game. I felt good. I felt like we were going to win that game. But I mean, I think that, like I said, got to give credit to Zach Taylor on a great game plan. And I think that you're right. He knows his ass is on fire right now. He knows he's on the hot seat. So maybe he has to call that game like that, Jeff, because he knows that. Like he's got. I mean, not only does he have to win the game, but he has to win the game for his job. Let's be honest. If he loses that game and Flacco throws 72 yards and Chase runs for 40 and they punt a bunch of times and turn the ball over, he's gone.
And I mean, and that's he can't.
He's playing for his life too.
Yeah, and we'll get into that. I mean, it's the same thing this week. I mean, it's a playoff game every week for him, essentially.
Yep.
If you think about it, but give him credit where it's due. Give Flacco credit. He's starting to feel the rhythm in the offense. Chase is maybe the best player in football. I think you could arguably say that.
Oh,
right? Like, no doubt he is.
Absolutely.
You throw positions out the window. I mean, like Chase is a dude. So I think and the dude. So, and then there was talk of, Joe Burrow coming back in mid-December. You're 3-4.
We said this.
You're 3-4, Josh.
No, we said this.
I said, can you get me 7-7
yep.
with 3 to
get
go?
Us 500.
Can you get there?
Get us at 500. You can get us at 500, then we can make the playoffs. But I've been saying this to you, and you're like, no, we can't look at that. Just win the division. The division's wide open. The division is wide open, man. I mean, the Ravens have never been this bad as far as I can remember. Cleveland is Cleveland, and Pittsburgh. We just proved that we can beat them.
So we'll get we'll get the division, but
think about it. When do we play Pittsburgh again?
After the bye, so the 16th of November, I think, something like that,
yep.
Right? So think about this, Josh.
2.
Right? So the Jets are coming in, right? So let's turn the page on Pittsburgh. I think most people have already covered that and like it's good and like whatever. I think unbelievable performance by Zach Taylor, the Bengals, all the way across the board. The defense, we'll get there. It's bad. It's Paul Dehner said it today.
You're right.
The worst, Josh.
Collectively. I get it. Collectively,
in the last 25 years, the worst.
But I'm going to flip this again. Are there things to be excited about that you saw on the defense? I'll say it right now. DJ Turner is a man-child in coverage. Jeff, name the top 10 corners, top 5 corners in the NFL right now. I guarantee you he's hanging with them. Any kind of statistic, any kind of Pro Football Focus number you're looking at, I guarantee you he is right there at the top 5. He is playing out of his mind.
Do you think the Bengals are just saying, screw it, we're going young on defense, and we're just going to take our lumps and hope that our offense is good enough to keep us in games? I think that's just where they're headed. And DJ Turner, yes. I got to see it. I got to see him stay healthy. I got to see it all year.
I know you're right. You're right. But what you've seen to this point, he is by far cornerback 1, right?
For sure.
Yeah, he's CB1.
Him and Dax Hill are CB1, CB2, and yes, Dax play in the slot more than on the outside. But like Cam Taylor Britt's taking special teams reps. So Cam
Taylor Britt, is something we should talk about later in the show. But that's worthy of a trade talk right there.
Yeah, and there's a lot to talk about. Jets coming to town.
Yep.
The Jets. I mean, people are saying that's a trap game. It's like it can't. To me, it can't be, Josh. It can't be a trap game. It can't be.
Trap games.
You aren't good enough.
If you are good enough on offense, if Joe Flacco can put 3 touchdowns on the board every Sunday, I feel good about our chances of winning. I do, because it's a bounceable ball either way. And if our defense is terrible, which it is terrible, collectively, I'm gonna say that again.
They're the worst in the last 25 years. I mean, statistically, they are the worst.
Absolutely. Yeah. So I don't think there's anywhere that you can go but up. You can't go down anymore. So I'm not.
What do you do though? What do you do? Because Geno Stone looked like you threw me out there at safety.
Yes.
On that.
What do you think about Jordan Battle? Besides that missed tackle, besides the missed tackle from Jordan Battle, what did you think?
Well,
as a complete game.
But for Geno though, I mean, at this point, could Jules or Tyson Anderson be any worse than him? I don't think so. Jordan Battle,
Tyson Anderson in the preseason,
but
Tyson
they won't give him a shot.
Tyson Anderson can play.
But for Battle, man, the missed tackles in the pros, like that doesn't fly with me, dude. You can't miss tackles in the NFL.
No,
you can't. Like the best. You watch an NFL game, and maybe it's gotten worse.
Well, I think it's gotten worse. Battle either though, because we're focusing on Battle right. We're talking about Battle right now, but we focus on Battle because we want to see more and better, right? But everybody else is missing tackles too. So he can't.
Knight's out of control.
If he wants to be great, then be great. But you're right. Knight is out of control. He's undisciplined right now, I think, in my opinion. I think Carter plays hard. I think he's a hard-nosed player. He puts out what he can.
Yeah.
I don't think he's terrible. I think he's what we have.
But would you go back to Logan Wilson, or are you just saying, hey, we already did it, we're just done. Trade Logan Wilson the Colts.
No, I think you're done with the Logan Wilson experience. I really do. I think you're going to see him, and I think you're probably going to see
Cam Taylor Britt and Logan Wilson. You might as well trade one of them to the Colts.
Yeah, package them.
I mean, the Colts could use. I mean, let's be honest. They're starting Jermaine Pratt, and Logan Wilson's better.
Right.
So, trade him to the Colts.
Yep.
And then Cam Taylor Britt, the Colts send us a 7th, and it's a lottery ticket, whatever. We just want to change the scenery because he's going to be a free agent anyway.
Yeah.
But defensively though, Josh, as we head into the Jets, right? We tiled this Bengals to Jets. It can't be a trap game, but we don't know who the quarterback's going to be for the Jets. Totally different game plan. If it's Justin Fields, Tyrod Taylor, who would you rather see? Who would you rather see?
I don't care. I'd rather see us. That's it. I don't care about the opponent. I really don't. I think that Flacco can win some games, and I think this is a game that is just like last week, just like every game should be, because everybody always coins this is a must-win game. Every goddamn game is a must-win game, right? I'm right on it.
I did put it in the description of this.
All Flacco in the offense can do is move to the next game, and the next game, and the next game, and they can't think about the last game, and they can't think about the what if. They need to just move to the next game, try and chip away at some easier games and get some wins. I don't care if we win by 1.
No, I don't
care. You'll still see me here. You'll still see me here happy, and I won't care. Because right now we just have to win games, and we have to keep pushing this back so that when Joe gets back, I mean, who knows? If Flacco goes on a little run and we get lucky, man, maybe Joe gets to take a week rest, before he comes back. Who knows?
Think about it like this. I don't think we can tackle Justin Fields, so I don't want to play him. Like we're better off.
I don't think Justin Fields.
Like we can actually create a turnover. Like we can get a tip ball. We can get a pick. We can't tackle.
I don't disagree with that. But I mean, give me somebody that you're worried about besides Fields.
If Garrett Wilson plays,
I don't think is he questionable or doubtful.
I mean, he has a knee injury. They're 0-7. I doubt they're going to risk it. I mean, Sauce Gardner's concussion protocol coming back to where he played college football at UC. Does he sit out? Like, I mean, if you're in protocol on Wednesday, you're typically out. So, we'll see.
That's too bad.
But this is a game where if you're the Bengals,
I like watching Sauce Gardner, and that's the thing. I that's a shame. I'm sure Jamar's disappointed this heck too. I mean, those guys want to go against each other, right? The best want to go against the best. Let's just talk about Jamar just for a second, because we glance all over and we look for the holes and the points and what we're worried about. But let's talk about Jamar just for a second, okay? How about who was guarding Jamar when he was dancing?
Ramsey and Slay both were.
But I think it was Slay. I think it was Slay that did it, and then he burnt Slay for the touchdown, and then just straight went for the gritty. But he didn't even look at Slay. Like, didn't even talk shit to him. Wasn't doing anything. But I love the way that fire wasn't in Chase. I mean, now you're starting to see somebody on the field that's playing with fire and desire, right? And I'm sure that's translating a little bit into the locker room. Joe's down.
He's the leader. He's the leader of this
I think Jamar Chase, in my opinion, right now, Jamar Chase is the leader, the moral character of the team, the fabric of the team. At this point, with Joe out, a lot on his shoulders, but man, did he produce? And man, does he produce? You can get that guy the ball, and he is just going to break a tackle. Every single time. So I think last year he lead the league in broken tackles, I believe. So I couldn't.
The blocking, the running down and blocking for Chase Brown, like those things.
And that was a great block. You know who said that? Graham, my son Graham, who doesn't watch a lot of football. He goes, "Whoa!" He goes, "Watch! Did you see that block?" And I said, "Who?" He goes, "That was one blocking out of bounds." I said, "Oh yeah, really?" So, he even saw it. So he just does all the little things, and the way I just have to feel. I have the feel that when he's on the field and he's mic'd up, hopefully we get to hear that at some point. That translates into the locker room as well, because if that's the fire he shows on the field and that's the fire he shows in the locker room, we're in a lot better shape than we think.
Yeah, I think Jamar has become a vocal leader. I hope it stays whenever Burrow comes back, and we can get to that. But I mean, as we go into the Jets, let's talk a little bit about that. So, just injury reports came out today.
Yeah,
we already talked. Sauce Gardner and Garrett Wilson did not participate in practice. I would, Trey Hendrickson limited. Looks like he'll
be in.
Yeah. Tanner Hudson, we're going to need him. He's out of protocol. He's limited. I think he'll be back. Cedric Johnson. Comes off the 21-day window. He's full participation. He is a pass rusher. He had a little bit of juice last year at the end of the season. I mean, why not activate him and let's go and see if he's got something, right?
I don't disagree at all. Why not? I mean, at this point, what's Golden doing right now? I mean, he's like, I don't know. I got to find a star here somewhere. Somebody's got to do something. I mean, what does he have to lose at this point? I mean, he's pretty much the worst defense ever put together. I can't. I mean, it's not his fault that he was dealt that hand of cards, right? He's just got to play them. But right now, in the offseason, I really hope that he folds his hand, because we got to get better on defense.
You can't.
I'm not worried. We're talking Jets. So what I'm not worried about is anything to do with the Jets. I don't think that this is a must-win game. I don't think that this is a trap game. I think that every single game that we play is going to be a must-win, and it is going to be a trap game regardless. So we have to win the games in front of us, and I think the Jets are not good enough to keep up with us. I think we have the star power. I think they do not. I think they do in some positions, but like you said, there's some injuries and some factors.
Wilson and Gardner both being out. I mean, if they're both out, I mean, we'll see how the week progresses. But I think, this is an opportunity, though. If you're in front of a home crowd, you got the black jerseys, orange pants, I think, which is a great combo, by the way.
Yes,
I think
it is.
It's either that or it's flipped the other way. But I believe it's the black jersey, orange pants. Love that combo. Like this is one like can you win 28-13, get your defense a little bit of confidence against a bad team and start to build that. And like we've been here, Josh, we've been in this spot 4-4, 5-4, going to the bye mid-season. And we'll see how this season plays out, but Zach Taylor is somebody that as the season's gone on, he's gotten better. He's learned from it, and their offense has gotten better. They've improved. Even the defense last year's improved. So can Taylor strike that magic again? Can you get to that 7-7 mark? Because Ian Rappaport said, just to talk about Burrow, right? And Jordan Schultz came out today and said it.
Yep.
Hey, mid-December. You know what mid-December is? The Ravens at Paycor Stadium, December 14th. Right. You think he doesn't have that circle, but you got to take care of. You lose to the Jets, Burrow's not coming back.
No.
Right? Like it's an AFC game too. Right? Like the Bears look much better next week, and we'll get to that. But like if you can get to 4-4, give yourself a little bit of
so let's say you get to 4-4, Jeff. This is in the utopian situation. We 4-4, right? We go play the Bears. We beat the Bears. 5-4. How are you feeling?
Great. Going into a 2 weeks off would be going into Pittsburgh. I might be there. So I don't know. I've been to Hinesville or Acrisure or whatever it is. I don't think I'm going back.
It's not
okay. We got a question in the chat from your daughter. I want to put it up. All right. I like this one. I don't like it, but I have my answer, but I want to get yours. So let's put it up. Do you think when Joe Burrow comes back, Greta's saying when, so she's saying, hey, we're going to be there. Will Joe Flacco be our backup and not Browning? I think absolutely. I thought Greta was going to say who is the if we're
who would be the quarterback? No way.
If we're 8-6,
you're doubting her with Joe Burrow.
No, I'm saying you call in to ESPN 1530. If they're 8-6 and Burrow comes back, well, I think we ought to look at Flacco. Maybe he should be like. Let's stop all that noise before we even get there, folks. Greta,
let's go.
Greta, absolutely. Flacco's the backup. If I'm the Bengals right now, I'm going to Flacco and I'm offering him an extension.
That's what she wants
to be the backup.
That's what she said. She said, "Why not? Why not?"
You already printed all those damn jerseys. Let's get something out of it.
Yep.
And I mean, we'll see. But I think like even if he has a couple games here, and he's probably going to where he's not as good as what he was against Pittsburgh. Right. It's still much more competent than Jake Browning. He's not hitting himself in the head. Yeah. One thing I love about Joe Flacco is one, if you haven't watched his press conference from today, absolutely must watch. He talks about being a dad and like being at a bar by himself. It's totally worth the watch. He just seems like a genuinely like good dude. And I hate it because I hated him for years and years and years. He's on the Ravens, and now he turns out to be a great guy. Or I'm sure he's always been. But, like, he's calm. And, like, he's played in over 200 games. There's nothing that's going to, like.
Let's also credit Jeff something that we've been bashing all year, and everybody has, was our O-line. Let's give our credit to our O-line just a little bit. I'll pump the brakes. I'm not going to say that they had a great game. I'm going to say Marius Mims. Okay, let me see it another week. Okay, had a good game.
Mims and Turner. I need you both to prove it for the rest of the year.
Okay, but Mims. Okay, right. I agree with that. But then also, who they put in there at right guard? We talked about this, Reisner.
You're a big PFF guy, and it was dog shit grade, by the way.
I'll tell you what. I will eat that sandwich right now on air. But I'm telling you, Jeff, that Reisner walked in there and didn't even skip a beat.
Reisner, so that's what I wanted to get, though. Rivers is at right guard. They're going back to Fairchild at left guard instead of Reisner.
Yes,
what do you think about
Reisner
that?
On right.
No, they're keeping Rivers at right, and they're going young.
Wow. See, I don't like that. I thought Reisner came in. And I thought that he played a very, very clean game.
I mean,
our run game
I get it. Those are your draft picks, and they're young, and you're saying, well. I understand the concept.
Yeah, but the first two times that Flacco gets busted up the gut, then Riot's just gonna be coming in. I guarantee.
Yeah, and that's the thing that, like, I understand you want, like, Fairchild got hurt and he was playing okay when he came out, so I understand putting him back in, but like maybe like give Rivers a little bit. Rivers is a better run block. So I don't know. We'll see how it comes out. But at the end of the day, like, can you give me a 28-13? against the Jets. Give me
like
I don't need a 36-yarder where I'm holding Victor's jersey of like, please God, don't miss. I'm thinking Rico's going to drop this snap. Wagner's going to, hike it back to the 50-yard line, right? All the things, of all that. So, but Greta's got another question. She wants to switch to the defensive side of the ball here. So is Shamar Stewart playing? What's the deal? Is he hurt? And, with what? So he's back. He only played 22 snaps on Thursday night.
Yeah.
What do you think about that? Concerned?
No, not concerned. I don't think so. I think that you're just kind of nursing something. But I think that's a good question, Greta, because now you're going to see Shamar again. So I guess we'll see what he can do. We haven't seen it yet, but I don't think we've seen enough to say that it was a mistake. So
speaking of a mistake,
cautiously optimistic. Sorry.
Speaking of a mistake, same position, Miles Murphy stinks.
Yes,
he's bad.
But you know who doesn't?
Bust.
You know who doesn't?
Hold on.
You know who doesn't? Joseph Osai.
Hold on. No, he sucks.
No, I'm on Osai.
No,
and he's only got one. Yes,
they didn't even touch Rodgers. No one. Not one of them.
He didn't start. He's a rotational defensive end. Yes, he can give you 2-3. All right. We're going to talk more about this off the air.
Defensive line is the worst thing I've ever seen. Without Trey Hendrickson, those guys can't even touch me back there. Like, it's bad, dude. They didn't even touch Rodgers.
Listen, I'm not saying it wasn't bad.
Like Trey Hendrickson, when you watch this on Sunday, because I think Trey's going to play, when he's up on Tyrod's back, where's the other guy on the other side that should be there that is the other end, that is the other tackle? They're not there. Trey's pushing the quarterback into no one because they can't get there. Like Shamar Stewart, I'll give him some grace because he's young. But Miles Murphy, what is this, year 3, right?
Yeah, no, he's
not there. I keep seeing his brother tweeting about his get off on the line. Who cares? He can't get to the quarterback.
So do you think Wilson's going to be playing the mic?
Logan?
Yeah.
He's going to play when they're 3 linebacker sets. That's for sure.
Yeah, so
he's still playing.
He'll be Mike, and they're running Carter as a Sam. So that puts DJ Knight that puts Knight at. If it's Fields, they'll go 3 linebackers. If it's Tyrod, they'll go 2 linebackers. I still don't know if I like Stone as our free safety or.
Oh, he's horrible. Safety. He's the worst.
Battle's playing so much better as a strong safety, but you don't want to put him back there at free safety.
No, to me, at this point,
Hill and Turner. If Hill and Turner can lock down Wilson, then I think that.
What do you do with Stone though? You can't. Like if you're benching, if you're reducing snaps for Logan Wilson. If you're reducing snaps for other veterans,
then who are we seeing?
PJ Jules, Tyson Anderson, Dejon Anthony when he
Tyson Anderson. Now, wouldn't you be excited to see that?
Yeah, but Dejon Anthony when he comes back from IR, if he ever does, right?
So maybe none of them. Jeff, maybe they're doing what we've always wanted them to do, is draft our picks to see what the hell we have. Don't develop them over 2 years. And then I'm just saying that's what I'm talking about. I'm saying maybe they're doing what we're talking about. Maybe they're doing what we've always wanted them to. Listen, let's see what we got. What do we have?
So let me ask you this. Speaking of playing young guys we expect, Jermaine Burton. I remember Zach Taylor pounding the table, so excited. He's not active, and he's not like Charlie Jones, was hurt and played just to catch punts only.
Yeah.
Right. And there weren't many. But literally, you can't tell. I guess Zach Taylor's trying to build culture at 3 and 4 as a slippery slope. But Jermaine Burton must be somebody that you cannot deal with, and they're going to move on from after the year's over.
If you're going to move on from him, get something for him.
Well, that's the thing is he doesn't play, and we're not going to trade him. It's what are we doing?
Well, I guess you're right. We have to figure out what they're doing. They have to figure out what they're doing.
Is he that big? Obviously, we know the off the field stuff, but they were saying he was doing all the right things. He was late to a practice. Okay, he's been inactive. Could he help? I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. But if you're really going with the youth movement, then he'd be in. So the reason that him not being in, then that's the red flag, right? The red flag is that there's nothing we're even going to do with him. Nothing. I think.
nothing left.
even if Charlie Jones doesn't play, I don't think Burton's active.
Did Iosivas, I don't disagree with that either, but Iosivas, did he make up for it in last game from the 3 drops, do you think?
I'll tell you what.
In fans' minds.
If he dropped that.
In my mind, he did. If he would have dropped that pass, then I would have been done.
If he'd have dropped that 40-yarder right down the middle, yeah. But now, like, I mean, I don't need him to be Tyler Boyd.
No.
I don't. I just need him to catch the ball when it's thrown to him.
Catch the ball and hit your hands. That's it.
And, have you seen the all-22 picture of Iosivas with T, and he's telling him slide? You can see Iosivas as T's going. He's telling him to get down. So
he's heady too. Yeah.
Right. So there's some intangibles there, but if you play wide receiver on this team, I need you to block and I need you to be able to catch the ball. If you're Iosivas, probably block.
How about being the best player in the world, in my opinion, Jamar Chase, and throwing that block downfield?
Yeah.
You tell me he doesn't want it. He wants every single solitary yard he can possibly get. The other big part I saw was when Samaje Perine got the ball and ran up the gut there, and I can't remember who it was, but picked him up by the butt, did the tush push. I think we got 7, 8, 10 yards, something like that. But to me, that was an offensive line right there on that play that wanted it. They wanted to get the ball down the field. They needed to get the ball down the field, and that was a big play in the game. It was a turning point.
Well, I mean, you mentioned Samaje, but a guy we haven't talked about in 26 minutes is Chase Brown. Had his first 100-yard game.
Heck of a game.
And if you can just unlock I don't need him to get 100 yards a game, but if he can get 50, 60 on 10,
Jeff,
12,
he's
15
a human video game. It's like playing with Ed McCaffrey on 26. It really is. He's unreal. He's unbelievable in open space. The problem is they don't have a lot of open space. They're running a lot of in between the guards, right? But he's quick enough that when Joe Flacco's throwing the ball down the field and they're not in the 3 linebacker set, he can.
The one he dropped. He would have run.
I know.
So
the one he dropped. I'm not positive. Somebody may have caught him. Maybe,
right? But he's in the red zone.
He's always definitely in the red zone. Yeah.
So
it reminded me of that play that they threw. Just an out route on the right-hand side, and he caught the ball and was it 90 yards for a touchdown where he just took off. He was just it looked like David Meggett running down the field.
Yeah.
It's completely past everyone.
You just got to get these guys involved.
You're right. If you can unlock that right there and he could become that guy again, gosh, I loved him.
There's so much potential for this team offensively if they play on time and on schedule. And again, I'm not expecting Joe Flacco to go 342 and 3 touchdowns. The Jets defense is still pretty damn good. They're losing games 12-11, 13-6. It's not as if there have been games where they've given up a lot. So
but they're not licking their chops too, looking at our defense. Saying,
our defense.
Oh man. Yep.
Well, Shaq says barbecue chicken. I mean, if Tyrod Taylor's thinking, hey, I can push the ball down the field against this team. So I think the defense, they've got to get to the quarterback.
Yep.
They've got to turn them over. We've got a limit. We can't turn the ball. Our margin for error is slim. But so let's go back to Burrow for a second. Okay. I mean, he was there.
Yeah.
Burrow was at the game. He's got his emo haircut or whatever the hell he's got going on. 90s rocker, whatever, punk rock. Then he goes backwards hat. He can do whatever he wants. The guy's a good looking guy. There's no doubt about that. But he looked like he's walking pretty damn good in that boot. And all indications and there were.
Listen, every time we've talked about Joe Burrow and his injuries, has he not always come back sooner than we thought? Always.
What if, Josh, it's Thanksgiving night against the Ravens in Baltimore?
Oh, don't tease me, Jeff. Don't tease me.
And he comes back. I think you give Flacco that. Flacco's returning Baltimore on Thanksgiving night. Let him have that one.
I think if it's Ravens, Bengals, Thanksgiving night, Joe Burrow's coming back. I think it's one of the most highly watched NFL games in a long time besides the Super Bowl.
Well, I'll say this. If he's coming back that night, which there are rumors out there, a lot of people that do kind of there's a couple burner accounts that have been right about a lot of things that keep tweeting out turkeys and stuff like this. So whatever. But I love Thanksgiving. I don't think I'd eat that day, and it's an 8:00 game. Like I won't be able to eat on Thanksgiving, Joe. So
no.
But if that were to happen, that means the Bengals have at least played well enough to still be in it. And I think so. Let's, we're 30 minutes in here. We talked, we kind of danced around a lot of different things. If you haven't watched us before, listened to us before, like Jungle Theater, that's what we do. We just kind of shoot from the hip and talk like if we're on the phone, and we'll interrupt each other, and we'll jump from Logan Wilson to Jamar Chase back to Tanner Hudson over to Trey Henderson. Then we'll rip Zach Taylor about something. Like that's what we do. But heading into this week, you look at the AFC. So you talked about it earlier. AFC North, I mean, really it is wide open. You've brought the Steelers back. They got to play the Packers in Pittsburgh, so we're all Packers fans this week. Rodgers playing against his old team. But, like, Colts are going to run away with the AFC South.
Yep.
Right? Patriots, they might win. Their schedule is easier than the Bills.
I know.
Like, it may come down to that game in New England for the division between Buffalo and New England. So I think they're both playoff teams. Colts are a playoff team. I'm not sold on the Jags, right? I think the Colts run away with the South. Like, they're clearly just better than everybody else. And, like, I live in Indianapolis. Like, I got nothing against them, honestly. Like, I'd much rather them be in it against the Chiefs or somebody than Baltimore or Pittsburgh or Buffalo. No offense to anybody watching from the 716 or, like, whatever. But, like, and then you go to the West, and it's loaded. Chiefs look really damn good, which sucks. Chargers, they got a lot of injuries, but the Broncos come. So, like, it's all there. If the Bengals can win these next two, going to buy 5-4, you may be going to Pittsburgh to play for first place in the division. But if you don't take care of business against the Jets and the Bears, all it's for naught. Starts this week against the Jets. Do you see it that way? Is it kind of a wide open? I mean, Chiefs and the Colts look the best in the AFC right now to me.
Okay, so the Chiefs, what are they? What's the record right now?
4-3. But they've been there before and then finished 13.
Yeah,
so we know they can do it.
Yeah, right. They will. They look good right now, anyways. I don't know, Jeff. I'm not worried. I think that I think this is a win game. I think that this isn't a trap. This is a win game. We'll win this game. And if we're going into Chicago, I think that we're still favored. What, +3 in Chicago? You think?
Well, it's at Cincinnati.
The Chicago game is?
Yeah.
I thought it was. I'm so sorry.
It's a 3-game homestand. Like, this is when we looked at the schedule. We said
this was a part of the schedule.
We said, man, could you imagine if you went 4-2, or I'm sorry, 4-2 those first 6, and then you went through your 7-2 at the bye. Obviously, that was with Burrow. Now it's, hey, we're 2-4.
Yep.
You got Flacco, and can you win these? Like, if you can take care of home, just that the rest of the way.
I thought that was in Chicago. My bad. Yeah,
I would feel it's in Cincinnati. Coming off of Halloween weekend. So it's all in front of you, really, if you think about it. Then after the bye, though, you got Steelers, you got at Pittsburgh, New England at home, at Baltimore. So you got to win these next two. You have to. If you want to see number 9, if he's ready, come back. You lose to the Jets, sell off all the parts.
Yeah.
Agree?
Yeah.
Blow this one, sell it all off for parts.
If we lose to the Jets, I'm not talking to you for a week.
Yeah. I mean, this podcast it's already been in the toilet like 3 times and it's been resurrected by Joe Flacco. So we're going to stick with it no matter what. No, I promise that. But yeah, like the Bengals go take care of business. And then you talk about a game against the Bears that the Bears look much better. They're going to Baltimore. We're all Chicago fans this weekend. They could put the nail in the coffin of the Ravens this weekend. Lamar is coming back, but it's a hamstring. He's a running quarterback. Like, anything's possible there. Could you imagine? Just picture this, Josh. We beat the Jets. The Bears, they've been playing. They have the most big plays in the league, by the way. Explosive, number 1.
Yeah.
Twice as many as the Bengals. But beside the point, if they were to put the Ravens to 1-6, the Ravens are done. Like, they're done. Yep. Like, you're not going to win 10 in a row in the NFL unless you're like the Patriots with Randy Moss and Tom Brady. Like, it's not, or the Colts with, what they had. It's a very unlikely, scenario. Can the Bears beat the Ravens this weekend? Can we beat the Jets? And then that puts you 4-4, 1-6 between the Ravens. By the time you get to the Ravens on Thanksgiving, they may be shutting people down.
Oh, absolutely. The Ravens, if the Ravens lose one of the next 2 games, I think the Ravens are done. Done.
I mean, I think they'd have like 1-6. I don't know. Like, and I mean, not about them, but we have to beat the Jets. If we can beat the Jets,
I really don't. I honestly don't see us losing to the Jets or losing to the Bears. I'm okay with that. I feel really good for the first time in a long time. I feel good. I feel at peace.
I think we know defense, man. I
know, but I don't. Well, could we ever? We haven't trusted them for 2 years. We've known this. We've known this since last year that we have to outscore our defense, or we have to hope that we get lucky and we get a couple turnovers. That's it. That's the recipe.
Is it luck though, or is it are they ball?
A lot of them, I think, Ben. Yeah,
Battle finds the ball. DJ Turner finds the ball. Geno Stone does find the ball. He can't cover anybody, but he can get it if it's thrown to him. So I just think I want to watch meaningful football. Like we talked about at the very top, it was watching meaningful football. And if you can win this game on Sunday, and I know you're very confident, but I'm like, hey, we're 3-4 for a reason. We got a lot of warts on this team, right? The Jets are their owners ripping the quarterback. The head coach is saying, hey, we're about to start. Like it's all the things you could read. Now, I will say, I think the Bengals do take care of business on Sunday. I really do. But it is in the back of my mind. I'm just like, man, come on. Like, give me another month. Like, even if they win this, even if they lost to the Bears, there still would be a glimmer. You could see it, right? You could say, the Bears were hot. They're an NFC team. It's not like you win this game against the Jets, you're 4-0 in the AFC.
Yep.
You're 2-0 in the division. Like, those are things that do matter. And we've been in this place last year.
Yep.
Imagine if we had beaten the Patriots last year in week 1, we would have been in the playoffs instead of the Broncos, but we didn't.
Yep.
Right? So it's all these things that do add up. So you can't look a gift horse in the mouth here. Take care of business with the Jets. Take the ball, go down and score, get a lead, run the football, get it out in 2.2. Joe Flacco,
if you can get ahead of the turnover, the turnover battle, you're done. We're good. Let's get one pick. Let's get a fumble. Let's get some kind of like you said, even if it is luck, who cares?
The Trey Hendrickson return game. 3 sacks, strip sack, fumble for a tutty. Who says no?
Go on FanDuel. Toss it up.
3 sacks, strip sack. Demetrius Knight scoops it up and scores, builds his confidence that he becomes the next great linebacker in Cincinnati. Who says no to that?
No, I'd say I'd love that, but I tell you what, if that really does happen, this is a really effed up freaking episode, man.
I will find this clip at 37 and 30 and clip that, and for sure. And Trey, you don't even have to get 3 sacks; just get the one with the strip sack and score. But crazier things have happened. So, Josh, any final thoughts before we get out of here as we head into Thursday? We got Vikings, Chargers. Go Vikings, right? In LA. It's another AFC team. Can you get them into 4-4 range?
Yep. Yeah. I'm just excited to watch on Sunday, and every little bit, every nuance, every change that we have that happens throughout a game and throughout the course of a week and of practice and game time is exciting to watch. I think that we have a couple more surprises headed our way on the defense side of the ball because we suck. And I think that like we've said so many times that at least it's something different to watch. I'd love to see Tyson Anderson in there. We've talked about him for a while now.
Yeah. But it's good surprises, right? Because they're bad. So
they are. I mean, it's what do we have? This is what we have. We know that this is what we have, and we know that we don't have this. That's what that game is. That's what playing those young guys are. Is do we have anything here? Do we have any? We've never done that. That has never happened. I'm telling you, for the Marvin Lewis era, through the Zach Taylor era, I've not ever seen our head coach do that.
I had a vision earlier this week.
For a dream?
I live in Indianapolis, right? I had a vision. Bengals make the playoffs as the 7 or the 4. We win the division, like somewhere. And they're playing in Indianapolis with Burrow. And I'm there at Lucas Oil Stadium, 100%. It just came to me in a vision.
In the carriage house,
yes, where you're right here, in the room I'm sitting in right now. We will be having a party.
Yes, we will.
Colts fans are super nice people, so you don't have to deal with any bullshit like you do with the Steelers or the Ravens or anybody else. So I just had that vision of it, and I gotta say I'm super happy for Colts fans because they've been through it.
Yeah, they have.
Losing luck, that set them back a decade, and I don't know if Daniel Jones turns back into a pumpkin or not. I hope not.
I hope not. For their sake, I hope not.
But then, like you, and this is not
but then we're talking about AFC too. I mean, so.
But then, do they sign Daniel Jones to 3 years, $105 million contract? They probably do.
Maybe.
Something to think about. This isn't the Colts podcast, but that's what I'm looking for as we head into Sunday. So, Josh,
this is Who Day Nation, buddy. Come on, let's go.
No audio issues tonight. I think the rain's died down.
None. Yeah,
and who knows? You might see us again this weekend if something happens, something pops. Maybe there's a trade. Maybe we get some more good news. We'll come on. But if not,
I'll say this: if there's a decent trade, Jeff, then we're popping on it that night.
Oh, we'll go live right then and there. If Cam Taylor-Britt or Logan Wilson are traded, but Jungle Theater, social media platforms, give us a like, YouTube, subscribe. This podcast will be up tomorrow's Thursday. It'll be up tomorrow midday. Give us a listen, Josh. Thanks as always. Who Day?
Let's go, guys. Let's go.
All right.